Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about plantar fasciitis. So for those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically an inflammation of a thick band of tissue that's underneath your foot. It's super painful. I got it when I first started running. It took me a few weeks to get rid of it. I, along with people, probably went online try to find a cure for this. And, it took a lot of trial and error, but finally it went away after a few weeks. So today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the tips and tricks that I did to battle this injury. And hopefully these tips will help you recover quickly as well to get you back on the road. So let's go. So plantar fasciitis, for those of you who don't know, is basically the inflammation of a thick band of tissue that's underneath your foot. The plantar fascia is the tissue. It's like a bow shaped, so when your toes go up, it tightens. And then when your toes go down, it gives some slack and loosens up a little bit. So common causes for this would be overtraining, improper foot mechanics, or just basically overuse of that tissue. Basically, the tension of pulling and releasing. For me, it was definitely overtraining, and my pain point was basically the heel, where the tissue starts and connects from the plantar, where the plantar fascia connects to the heel. So that point, and it was super painful, especially in the morning when I woke up. The first few steps were excruciating, and even just walking around in the house, it was painful because people that have an arch under their foot, when you step, it becomes, the arch goes down a little bit, so it pulls on that tendon, and it definitely was not fun. So next, I'm just going to go over some of the things that I did. Hopefully these work for you so you can get over your injury as quickly as possible.
So a lot of people have heard of the RICE acronym, which stands for rest, ice, compression, and elevation. And this is something that I definitely did as well. So obviously I did a lot of resting. So I avoided standing on the foot, as much as possible. Some people use crutches or one of those knee chairs that moves around. Of course, I iced a lot as well. I put ice on there to alleviate some of the pain and the swelling that I had. Definitely, was a big help, and that's why I got a lot of those ice packs that I use. Compression, I bought one of those compression socks that I put on every night before bed. I'm not sure if it helped, but definitely I felt like it did. So compress is another key component of RICE. And lastly, elevation. So you want to keep the foot raised above the level of the heart to reduce swelling. So basically I had my foot on my couch all the time while I was resting, gave me an excuse to watch TV. So yeah, the RICE technique is definitely important, especially in the beginning of the injury. So I did some research online, and I bought this foot massaging kit, which included this spiky ball and a foot roller apparatus. So for this thing, it kind of looks scary at first, but when you put it on your foot and you start rolling it, it might be painful at first, but it feels really good afterwards. So I did this for about 3 to 4 times a day. Sometimes I even brought it to work and did it under my desk. After a week I felt really good. So I kept doing it even after I got better, and it's part of my stretching routine now. The second thing is this foot roller thing that I got. It's more less tense than the other one, and I basically use it as a foot massager. I did this along with the spiky ball as a routine in my plantar fasciitis recovery. So doing this also feels great. It's less painful than the other one. So I did this as well along with the spiky ball, and after a couple weeks, my plantar fasciitis I felt like was slowly going away. So another thing that I got that helped me tremendously was one of those OFUS sports sandals. You can purchase this from the website ofus.com, or I got it on Amazon. And I've never heard of this before, but after doing some research on plantar fasciitis, I came across this sandal that people are raving about. So I gave it a shot. It's a little bit expensive for a pair of sandals. It's like $60, I believe, but it feels like you're walking on clouds. The sandal basically has some revolutionary OO foam that they claim, and it absorbs like 37% more impact than traditional footwear, foam shoes, so it reduces some of the stress on your feet and joints. Yeah, this definitely helped me get through the day because walking barefoot on my floors was torturous. So maybe give this a shot, see if this helps. But definitely, when I had to get up and walk around the house, I definitely had these on when I had plantar fasciitis. So just a disclaimer, this information isn't intended to be medical advice. I'm not a doctor or anything, so this is just tips that I've learned while battling the injury, and hopefully this will help you guys as well.
Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you found these tips helpful. Hopefully you'll get past your plantar fasciitis injury quickly as possible so you can get back on the road. So everybody stay safe out there, practice social distancing, good hygiene. We're gonna get over this soon. So good luck to everybody, and I'll see you guys on the next run.